Transforming Journey of Mind, this recently published book, raises many questions, which naturally comes to one mind. काफी लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कि कैन यू प्रोवाइड ए ब्रीफ ओवरव्यू ऑफ दिस बुक, व्हाई इज द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द माइंड इज नेसेसरी, एंड व्हाट इज द कोर लर्निंग वन गेन्स फ्रॉम रीडिंग दिस बुक. एक बुक को पढ़ने के बाद में क्या एग्जैक्टली हम लर्न करते हैं. सो आई थॉट एज एन ऑथर I will address these questions through some 10 key points. As after reading these points, many things will get cleared. What exactly is the summary about this book? The core thought is that life is beautiful and we all love to be happy with our friends and families. Experiencing life at work or at home. However, we face numerous challenges to navigate, especially during tough times. These challenges mainly arises from lack of insight, understanding and awareness of the finer and powerful forces of existence that continuously influences us. Once we develop this insight, knowledge and directly experience the power of the consciousness within, it spontaneously begins the journey of transforming the mind. मूल विचार यह है कि जीवन सुंदर है और हम सभी अपने दोस्तों और परिवारों के साथ खुश रहना पसंद करते हैं. चाहे वो काम पर या घर पर, जीवन का हम अच्छे अनुभव करना चाहते हैं. हालांकि हमें नेविगेट करने में कई चुनौतियों का सामना करना पड़ता है. ये चुनौतियां मुख्य रूप से एग्जिस्टेंस की फाइनर और पावरफुल फोर्सेस के बारे में हमारी कम जानकारी और समझ के कारण उत्पन्न होती है. लेकिन ये फोर्सेस हमें लगातार इन्फ्लुएंस करते रहती है. एक बार जब हम अंतर्दृष्टि से ज्ञान विकसित कर लेते हैं, एक अवेयरनेस क्रिएट कर लेते हैं और सीधे अपने कॉन्शियसनेस को एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं, तो हमें काफी सारी चीजें अपने आप मालूम चल जाती है और यह अनायास ही हमारे मन की बदलने की यात्रा को शुरू कर देता है. Point 1. So there is a continuous sense of division, lack of harmony, fear, apprehension, uncertainty, conflict, which is happening in different variety of platforms of human settlements, which we can experience right from the home to colony to apartments to regions to national and global levels. It not only happens in those collective platforms, but when we are alone, then also it is there inside our mind. We increasingly feel divided and uncertain, and in the process gets disconnected with the rest, even within the same home at times. As we experience life in current times, loaded with so much technology advancement, so many opportunities to experience life, but we find ourselves surrounded with so many varieties of problems. And when one ends, another problem comes. And there are instances when problem comes from multiple problems appears in front of us as a package of problems. A question then naturally comes, is there a real problem in life? Or there is a problem in the way we experience life? And in the process we perceive life. All this lead to some kind of buildup of stress and a state of continual anxiety and uncertainty in life. Our mind and brain circuits are always loaded with some other problems, with abundance of information in this IT era. So to overcome all these problems, as we just discussed, there is a requirement of innovation in our life. हम लोग ऑफिस में अपनी कार्य क्षमता बढ़ाने के लिए, एफिशिएंसी बढ़ाने के लिए बहुत इनोवेट करते हैं, लेकिन अब वो समय आ गया है when we have to bring innovation in the way we experience life, we understand life. हम जिंदगी को जिस तरीके से अनुभव करते हैं, जिस तरीके से समझते हैं, उसमें एक नयापन लाने की अब बहुत जरूरत है. The abundance of information is not the root cause, as naturally we feel, but the mismatch in the context, the variety and the type of the information available in front of you, that varies, and that creates the difference and divisions within us. What we like is there and what we do not like is also there, and in between so many varieties of answers displays in front of us. What exactly is the truth, we are not aware, but we try to approximate, and all of us try to approximate, assume and move ahead in life. Lekin we feel a sense of continual division. I feel I am right, but others also feel they are right. So we continuously experience this dilemma in current times. All of us, we feel right, but we do not know which exactly is the truthful thing. Further, the social media syndrome, where we start perceiving the life as our choices and preferences. Whatever we like, whatever we perceive, same thing will keep on happening in front of us. And that creates an idea that I am true, but it has nothing to do with the truth. As another person may have another level kind of truth. So many varieties of truth, so many varieties of perceptions. Then how do we find which one is better? My next point, in normal times, one still has capability to experience this pattern of life with problems. But in tough times, the situation becomes all more critical and complex. Happy life, it's fine. But when relationship passing through tough times, difficult times, job changing over, job passing through tough times, death of someone near and dear ones, and so many other experiences of life, we feel totally disillusioned. Finally, we see a beautiful life in outer expressions with so many things, but so little in domain of love, joy, and happiness in our inner layers when we are alone. We have built physical capabilities, but the capability of mind to enjoy this increased opportunity is getting increasingly limited. And instead, we are falling into trap of continuous agitation, fear of uncertainty, fear of discontinuity, rift with stress and anxiety. One witnessed so many things, happenings in our surroundings where things go to the extreme bad state. Unfortunate things happens with many of us, among us. Next point, a very well-to-do family with highly educated individuals with very good state of assets, financial capabilities. Even with all this strength, at times we are feeling a complete breakdown, total disillusionment and committing massive errors while handling critical issues as emerge in life. We try to solve problems, but sometimes lead to more problems, as we lack total understanding and mutual trust. Many unfortunate ones get into the problem, but some lucky ones get saved as just pass and touch those conflict areas of life. But in many cases, the family suffers, individual suffers. Future bright possibilities get disappeared. So our soft power as produced by mind at the lowest levels, influenced by the layered consciousness at higher levels, remains, but we remain not aware about them. We fail to perceive them. And overall, we see a very limited perspective of life, disconnected with the core of existence, related to various macro and micro issues of the existence of life. Then, if we contemplate, we will find that we have made our entire learning and education system also oriented to address our livelihood opportunities issues, so as to maximize all physical things. But we are not aware what we will do after that. How the mind is to be expanded, strengthened, we are not aware. Further, our learning and education system is not at all connected with the basic macro and micro issues of life, and how human mind-body intellect system experiences the real life. As the education system need to evolve from these experiences to resolve mankind's problem. How we overcome divisions, fear, conflict, anxiety, stress, we are not aware at all. But each one of do our best approximation, and life goes on with probabilities of good and bad moments till our journey comes to an end. These kind of learning system and life experiences has created gaps in the way we experience life, which has been filled up with ignorance, lack of awareness and knowledge. So we attempt to follow some kind of approximation, belief, assumptions and all. Earlier times, informal institutions used to do a very great task, and many learnings used to pass on from previous generations, from elders and seniors. But now it is getting limited as grooming experiences shapes from information world driven by thoughts and thinking, but not from real life experiences. And then learning and building knowledge gets weakened. In this process, if you see, there are two main gaps which comes out in this kind of grooming, upbringing. First gap, we always perceive a sense of deficiency, that what we do not have. I don't have this, I don't have that, I will have that, and all this time. So in this process of seeing the outside world, जब भी हम बाहर देखते हैं हमें हर समय ये लगता रहता है कि मेरे पास ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, वैसा नहीं है. So our whole approach is outside. We try to see every time, try to locate those things which we are not having. So जो हमारे पास में है, which you are already having, there our focus never goes. So this creates first gap. And second gap comes as the way we experience life, the way we experience different issues as emergencies in life. It greatly differs with the life learning and content in a formal system, and we don't find any answers. We are not able to correlate the real life problems and issues as we experience life and what we see in the information world or in the formal learning domain. There is some gap, and this gap, these two gaps which I just defined, this keeps on leading or influencing our life in our entire journey. These days the gaps getting widened as no formal system exists to moderate the content, give further insights, although same shall be mandatorily created in future, as I believe, as we need to understand the importance of the soft power already loaded within our system to build sense of harmony, balance in this collective existence. With so many versions, my version, your version, put together all our version, So how do we exist in this setup with a sense of love, joy? We have given very little time to understand our mind, body, intellect system. And instead of getting into finer and deeper details, we are getting engaged into conflicting issues of my pathways, my processes, and your pathways and your processes to finding God. We have also conceptualized a God out of our own imagination and ideas and keep on modifying that God with our own thoughts and then get into comparison of pathways. The God which we have created and the God which we believe or the God which we do not believe is nothing to do with the real God. Because the designer, the supreme designer, will not have dependency on our choices, but his own choice. So we have restricted this pathway of knowing our own self as well by unnecessarily getting into this conflict of pathways. We have created so many things just with our thoughts and thinking, but the real thing is that which can be experienced, to be felt, actually felt, not described through thoughts, but felt, to be realized. And this can happen only when, very silently, within our own self, with our own effort, with our own aspiration and hard work, we find something unique. The way this massive existence is working from sunrise to sunset with millions of stakeholders, birds, flowers, insects, so many things. The way this rhythm is working morning to evening and again to morning, the way entire consciousness spreads out, it reverts, it comes back. The way it carries the intelligence embedded in each and everything, the wisdom it carries in each and everything, the accuracy, the perfection is something mesmerizing. And this entire system, this entire setup, there is no noise, there is no thought, there is no thinking. Nothing is there, but everything is working perfectly well. Mind is a very important instrument to experience life, as its domain touches both the matter and energy. Matter has position very close to the matter, but also that touches the very basic level of layered consciousness, representing the energy. And thus mind also opens up possibilities of getting influenced by higher levels of consciousness, higher levels of energy, maybe falling in the spiritual domain, in what we generally believe. In this background and context, transformation journey of mind is written based upon learning from teaching of many masters and our ancient text of Upanishad, and also integrated with real life experiences to share extraordinary capabilities of what we possess, as we are totally unaware of our capabilities. There is nothing in this book that preaches you to follow one path or other path, but the capabilities which is there in you, whatever path you may move, those capabilities need to be realized. Once we realize this, experience this, and get aware of our true self, then our life will be totally transformed with much joy, love and compassion. Even while experiencing normal life in different domains, as teachers, homemakers, office goers, sports persons, any roles, in any relationships, but will always feel the sense of oneness and harmony in all your life experiences. You will feel a totally different thing within you, having achieved certain sense of transformation, and this must be happening automatically within many of us. But we are not aware, but this compilation will give you so many new insights and ability to correlate your experiences. And you will get surprised to know that what I am saying, what you shall be experiencing or you are already experiencing, and what had been experienced and mentioned in those ancient documents some thousands of years back are carry many similarities and commonalities. This similarity and commonality of experiences of the consciousness is to be realized, which is totally real thing as I felt. There is no imaginative thing, there is no thought and thinking linked with this. Real God will come or not, I am not aware. But at the end, you will start feeling the sense of divinity arising within you. With abundance of love, oneness, and harmony in everything, much beyond the divided world, stressed world, what we perceive today. You will get surprised that this small and limited device of our mind-body intellect system is the only true and capable source to experience the infinite of this existence, which is in essence is only one, as the key driving force behind all diverse expressions. This will make your life more beautiful, meaningful, with some purpose and objectivity. Loaded with lots of confidence, with belief, love and respect on your own system and on entities of this entire existence. This precisely is the transformation which I imagine as an outcome of this book. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you.